Breakups can be extremely hard, and you never really get used to it. You never get used to that feeling of having like an arm cut off, literally. So sometimes you feel that you're immune to heartbreak and you think that you've become desensitized, but it depends from person to person. If you're someone who's very deep and very intense and you invest emotions, obviously there is a huge risk of you getting hurt if that story doesn't end out well. And there are so many things which are difficult about a breakup, heartbreak. You've associated positive memories of laughter, bonding, affection, friendship, love with that person, that you think only of what you're losing now that they're gone from your life. And very often, one party is still attached to the other party while the other did not invest as much emotions as one of them did. In my case, it's often like I am often the one who has invested more emotions. Not that I haven't broken hearts, I have, and but I guess my point is there are so many things you get to learn from a breakup and heartbreak, especially as you grow older. And I don't like to do like victimize myself and vilify the other party. Like when breakups happen, very often we have that instinctive urge to just blame the other party and say that, just bash them. They did this, they did that, they were wrong, they were very, we say all kinds of things in order to try to feel a bit better, but it doesn't do that. In fact, it achieves the opposite effect. I always believe that when you're cursing someone whom you love or you once loved, it's like you're cursing yourself. So, in my case, what really helps, I feel, is to be thankful for that person, even if they hurt you, even if they left you. Maybe, I don't know, sometimes you feel like really the person has played with your emotions, the person did not really live up to your expectations, they just didn't care about you anymore and they just left, disappeared like that. You know no matter how much you've shared, you might have shared years of being in a relationship with them, and then when they leave, it's like all of a sudden they're just gone, like disappeared, gone, total nothing. They don't even care how you're doing. Obviously it hurts, but what really helps is to just think of the good times, think of the happiness. The there are so many things a person brings into our lives. Even your worst enemy, you can be grateful for your enemy. And being grateful for that person, it allows you to let go of that person, surrender to the future, and just accept. Because one of the things which makes breakups difficult to move on from is because we cling to that person, we cling to that relationship, what it used to be. Maybe it used to be good, but doesn't mean that today it's good. There is a reason why you broke up, right? Don't romanticize or idealize that relationship, because if it was that good, it wouldn't have ended, right? I am a firm believer in the law of attraction. I am a firm believer in the fact that if something is meant for you, it will be yours. Whether you're in America, he or she is in India, you're at different corners of the world. But if you have to meet again, if you have to have a beautiful love story, grow old together, get married, you will. So if something is not working out and you both of you chose to part ways, you must be happy, you must be grateful that at least now I can be directed to what is really good for me. So one thing that I actually want to touch on, many times, although I haven't been in that category, I haven't been desperate to be in a relationship just for the sake of it. I have been single for the most part of my life and I don't regret it. I feel like most of us, when you become so used to having that diversion and that distraction and that feel good factor that comes from being in a relationship or having a partner in your life, it becomes like a drug. So obviously, when that relationship is over, you have to face your own demons now on your own. You have to live your life. You have to wake up and be sober. You can't just live in the movies. It's very, very pleasurable to be in love, right? I think no one can argue with that. It feels so good to have someone call you 10 times a day, flirt with you, flatter you, bring you on dates and whatnot. You get to share. You feel on top of the world, and that's probably one of the best things in life. Genuinely, I do feel like being in love is like it changes your life. You feel literally like in the movies. You feel like you're almost invincible. You talk differently, you walk differently, you smile more, you're happy because it feels so good when someone acknowledges you, when someone validates you, when someone gives you attention, affection, and whatnot. So when that ends, now you have to accept that it's going to hurt, and there is no shortcut. There is no way you can numb the pain. Well, there is a way. Some people resort to alcohol, some people jump right into another relationship, rebound relationship. But for my part, I feel like of course I'm extremely, how would I say, I'm still in shock. Like I'm very sad because what I shared with that person was extremely beautiful, special, and important for me. So now that it's over, obviously I miss that person. Obviously, I feel like yeah, it's really how would I say? Yes, you miss that person. You miss what you used to have because it was good. Having said that, I think it's high time we acknowledge that your life is not defined by your status or by another person. There are so many things which you have to take responsibility for yourself. I remember once when I was going through a difficult breakup, someone told me that, even if you have a partner in your life, don't make them become like your life-saving jacket, something like that. So many times what happens, we are so used to, like in my own case, when I was involved with that person, I was initially, that person was like an angel guardian in my life. I would cry on his shoulder. I would share all my worries with him. I would literally, like, he was like my savior. And it felt, obviously, it feels good to have someone to comfort you when you're feeling bad and you're struggling. But at the end of the day, we might forget that it's not his job or her job to do that. Tomorrow, even if, let's say, you're in a committed relationship, you're lucky enough to have someone who understands you, comforts you, etc. And yes, it's important. You need to have a partner who does all of that. But it's not their job. At the end of the day, when you are going through some kind of shit in your life, you are the one who has to do it for yourself. So it doesn't really matter, right? Whether you have a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a wife, a husband. At the end of the day, your life, your emotions, your goals, your dreams, your disappointments, your trauma, it's your business. Obviously, what you share with that person, that's something else. But at the end of the day, again, like I'm saying this a million times to remind myself that we tend to place too much stakes in that relationship or in that person. That's why when the relationship is over, you feel like your life is over because now you have to deal with your own things on your own. You have to